So, what are these tools and tricks that I use? The first thing I did was I developed a technique that I like to call ask, don't tell. So, what is ask, don't tell? Well, it's a concept where you take a statement and convert it into a question. I think the easiest way to explain this is just by giving you an example. All right, so I love Diet Coke. And so every morning I go and get a Diet Coke. It has to be a fountain soda. And if it is a fountain soda in a styrofoam cup with those little nugget ice, that's just like a little slice of heaven right there. So, what I would used to do in the past is I would tell my husband, hey, I'm gonna go get a Diet Coke. That's a simple statement, right? Well, now what I do is I change that up into a question. And here's what it can look like. Can I go get a Diet Coke? Would you be okay if I got a Diet Coke? Is now a good time for me to go get a Diet Coke? Would you mind if I went and got a Diet Coke? So, am I really asking permission? No. He knows I'm going to get a Diet Coke. I know it, he knows it. And you may wonder, like, has he ever said no? He has, actually, not often. There's two times I can remember. One time we were in the middle of cooking dinner, and I thought now would be a good time, and the point of where the dinner was being cooked, that I should go because I could arrive back when it's kind of done. And he actually felt it was better to wait 10 minutes before I left. And so that's what I did. I waited the 10 minutes and then I left. Now, another time is when we're travel, and for some reason, soda just runs right through me. So if I drink, if I drink this like big Diet Coke, like this 32-ounce Diet Coke, I'm gonna have to pee in like 30 minutes. And for some reason, water doesn't do that to me. So he'll say, no, you drink water instead, because I don't want to make an additional stop. You guys know how men are when they're traveling. They want to get there as soon as possible with the least amount of stops. So those are the two times I can remember that he actually didn't even tell me no, but just kind of like to wait a little bit. So why do I do this? The first reason why I do this is because it allows him to feel considered. I've already analyzed it. I've already considered him. I've considered the kids. I've considered the schedule. But by asking, it at least allows him to feel that consideration that you've already done in your mind. The second reason is that it allows him a sense of authority. You know, women will often tell me that they want their husbands to be the leader of their home, but every time he tries to assert himself as the leader in certain regards, that they shut him down. So by asking permission, it allows him to exercise himself as the leader of the family, and it allows you an exercise in being led. And the third reason is that the tonality is just softer. Anytime you ask permission to do something, it's going to be received better and as more considerate and loving as just making a blanket statement of this is what I'm going to do.